Yo guys, Beast back with some more beastly content. Today is day 2 of the December giveaway. So, in this video, there are 5 codes that will be available to be given away. So, first things first. One of the codes is going to be the sniper rifle skin, one's going to be the cradle, one's going to be the meta pass, and 2 are going to be luxurious battle passes. That's right, the first 5 comments to comment the words free stuff will be eligible to win one of the rewards I mentioned. Now, first commenter gets first dibs. They can choose between the skin, the cradle skin, the meta pass, or the battle pass. They might pick the battle pass, but if they already got the battle pass, hey, that cradle skin's pretty nice. After that, second choice will get to pick from what's left, third choice will get to pick from what's left, fourth choice will get to pick from what's left, and fifth choice, and that'll be the end of it. So like I said, 5 winners. Let's get on into this video. This is Season 4 base tour. Let us go, guys. So, this is my base, 4th season into this game. The only reason why I'm not 5 seasons into this game like other day oneers is due to the fact that I stayed in the, this is the 4th season, so I stayed in the 2nd season for about 2 weeks longer than every other player did, because I started the game about 3 or 4 days later than everybody else, and the way the servers roll out on this game, I was always behind on content. I never had the latest content or the latest phase, so everybody else had content up over everything before me, and it just really caused like no one to watch my stuff. So that's why we're doing this, and that's why we're here now, playing on the earliest server possible for Way of Winter, like minus a couple hours, of course. But as you can see here, this is the bedroom floor here. This is like my little bedroom area. Got myself a nice little throne here, and I can just hop in it, watch the TV. Something interesting about the TV here is I don't own this throne. I don't own this rug. I don't own, I own the lights. I own a lot of other decorations too. I do a lot of farming. Any of the free decorations are probably mine. But paid decoration-wise, unless it was a code like from, you know, giveaways and such, or something else, some player probably placed that down for you. So if you didn't know, like the paid cosmetics, like the TV and such like that, another player can actually come down and place that down in your base for you. So I have a guy who always joins my server from now on, and he always places me down with some TVs. So huge shout out to this guy right here. Thank you for the TVs, because I love them, and I need these TVs, and oh my goodness, I love this TV. Anyway, so this is the bedroom floor. As you can see here, we have our little furnace array here. Now, this setup here is set up to where that furnace can be active, and then I can toggle this switch here, and only the first furnace will be active, allowing me to still have access to a furnace, but still be able to save what is 7.5 watts, which might be just enough to get one more water pump to tick. I don't know, it's not really helping anything. I just liked it because I could add these shelves here and add all these decorations here. You know, just kind of spruce up the place a little bit, make it look nice. Once again, I don't own this one, I don't own this one, this one. Anyway, we're not here to point out what we don't own. We're just here to play the game. I do own all of these. These are my trophies. Oh, and this is my trophy too. Anyway, so the next thing is the storage room, and we're going to talk a little bitty bit about my storage system, how it works, and everything like that. So, this here is my ores chest. I put any ore that I have in this chest. If any ore I already have, so here, let's go ahead and show you something example. Let's do a little teaching on the storage. First of all, you see this little enter key here that says edit. Click it, and you can actually backspace this off and type in your own typing for the chest, so you can actually name your chest so that you know what's in them, and you can kind of organize it like that, right? But since we already have the 10 in it, you see this H right here, this is H merge items. If you hit the H button, it'll send it directly to the chest, and that works for anything that you have a chest created for. So as you see, I have the materials chest here. Now this is my base materials chest. Whenever I start a new server, I will create a ores chest, a materials chest, and usually sometimes an ammo chest to hold my ammos, but usually, you know, I use all my ammo, so it doesn't matter anyway. And then after the ores chest, I usually make an ingots chest, because once you start to smelt a lot of ingots, it's nice to just keep all your ingots in one spot. And then I keep a materials chest, and then 2 materials chests. And once the materials chest itself starts to get to the 64 stack point, what I will do, and once again, this is my other part of the storage series, is here. So I will start dividing things up into different things. Now, this is charcoal from like phase 1 when we were using the steel heaters, but we don't really need that now. It's just kind of chilling out there. But adhesives, I have 24,000 of adhesive, so I gave adhesive its own storage container, as you can see. And if I was to go do a farm run or something and I had adhesives, let's say, boom, it'd store any adhesive in my inventory, but not anything else. Let's say I had some glass, boom, it'd store the glass. I actually did have glass. Metal scraps, it'll store the metal scraps. I don't seem to have any metal scraps. Parts, here we go. So we got a couple parts there, some automatic parts. Go ahead and store those. Now we just click fabrics, store those. No fabrics to store, of course. Store those, and now all we have left is some Starcrom, this, and then, you know, we had some stuff to disassemble. Wonderful storage system. I like it. I love it. Here is my food setup. I just run 2 fridges and a kitchen set, and I just run it direct to power. I don't have like a toggle on it or anything because I always want my fridges on, and I use the stove a lot, so I don't really care about the little bit of extra power there. We have just, you know, the normal items that you might have. 42 all-weather stews, all expiring in 23 days, or I mean 22 hours even in the fridge. That's lovely. Anti-gravity milkshakes I'm probably never going to use in this season, and all sorts of other things. Hey, look, we can make a securement stew. We might do that. Why not? I mean, I don't really care, but we might do that, just to, you know, play with that. But regardless, that's the kitchen setup. Let's go ahead and head down to the main floor of this side here. So, this is the deviation section. It's also where I repair my gear, I build my gear, I craft my gear. It's also where I have this little guy right here. So, we don't actually got any blueprints here, but not like it would matter if we did have prints anyway, because I expect to have a toilet in my base by season 8 or 9. To be honest. Now, this is our disassembly bench. We do have it 2 perked. Someone in the server had that. And we got this little weird looking thingy here. I hope you like my wall decorations and my lighting in here. The lighting gets a little weird on this game somehow still. I hate it because, I mean, this place is just... I love this base. This is my favorite base so far, guys. Let me know what you think of it. We do got working sinks, guys. Well, we got sinks. They don't really seem to do anything. But, yeah. This is the deviation section here. This is my 1H37. I brought this in to just kind of, you know, test out how much stuff it actually did collect. And it does collect like 20 electronic parts and 20 rubber a piece. So if I had a set of 40 of these, I could be making a lot of storage batteries with these H37s. I think next time I play Manibus, we're going to get a lot of these guys, and we're going to get them on my alt and my main. I'm hoping we're playing a new scenario next season, but there's a chance we're on Manibus, so we will see. Aside from that, we just have, you know, the frog here. We have a portal door here. Frog the Leaper, and then we got ourselves 2 of the Space Turners, and then 3 electric eels on this side, and our main deviation slot just for whatever deviation we currently have equipped, depending on the build. For most builds, it's Sapcam. And then we have 3 of the electric eels right here, and we have ourselves the Digby array. Now, we're going to go ahead and just do like a quick little harvest of the Digby, as well as the other deviations in this area. Alrighty, and Digby harvest is done. Before we actually get on into the other deviations, I actually need to show you the back side of the base real quickly. So we did get about 3,000 iron ore from that, as well as about 30 silver ore that time. Sometimes I do get better out of it. I have had a larger Digby setup before, but honestly in this season I just really didn't feel the need for it. And I wanted a whole bunch of paper dolls, which is what's going on here. As you can see, we got all these paper dolls chilling here. We got a garage right here. Now this garage here has all the vehicles that you'd ever need. So we got the fully kitted out car. We got the we got the motorcycle. It's not fully kitted out. We should go ahead and kit it out. Why don't we go ahead and build ourselves a nice motorcycle, and we'll take it for a drive at the end of the video, I guess. So let's go. Alrighty, and now that the vehicle is done, we will be checking that out at the end of the video. Here is the other section of the base. Like I said, this is actually my friend's section of the base, so this is like a Hive members area. But it is another area where I have more of these paper dolls. And I have more paper dolls over there on that building right over there, which is the other side of this base. But we'll get onto that in a second. And once again, let's just go ahead and check out how the harvest is from these paper dolls. So, alrighty, and as you can see there's about 20 rubber here. I'm assuming this has already been harvested by the Hive member today, and it's just sitting in my materials chest now, all the materials from it. But regardless, normally I get about 500 from these guys set up, and then also the guys over there. I get about 500. I think I've actually gotten 800 in a good day. Out of my paper dolls when you're running like 40 of them. But yeah, so this right here, and we're going to go ahead and enter in the third person here because we're going to get into this system now here. So this is the water pump system here on my Hive members base side. This is pumping up polluted water, and it is also pumping up barreled mixed fuel. So I have a ton of barreled mixed fuel just sitting in all of those water pumps up there probably. But also I should have a whole ton of polluted or impure acid sitting in this one right here, as well as some other, you know, just water sitting there. Up here is just going to be the refinery area. I actually took out a bunch of the refineries in order to actually build this little water setup here, because it does actually do a lot better than the other pump setup that we do having going on. We're not actually going to look and see how much barreled fuel's in those pumps, because I think I've harvested them more. No, I think I harvested all the pumps, but regardless, we're going to take a look at my pump array right here now. And you actually can't even see the pumps. I love it so much. But yeah, that's pretty much this side of the base. We're going to take a look at this pump array here now, and then we're going to probably go back up, and I want to, you know, kind of take a little bit more detail on the elevators going on my base, because I want to show you how to do the elevators. But this is like my little lobby area here, and we have this right here. This is my main water pump setup, and I was gonna make this like this was meant to be my acid farm, my primary acid farm. But unfortunately, because it's pumping from water, it's actually not pumping up very much impure acid at all, or even barreled mixed fuel. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is like a couple weeks worth of barreled mixed fuel, or barreled crude oil now. It's a couple weeks worth of it, and that's crazy. But it does pump up a whole ton of purified water, which is great for my brewing barrel setup and my crop facility setup, which we will be taking a look at that in just a second. Once again, that's what the other side of the base was. I know in previous seasons I've had like large grow facilities, but I never even end up using them. And I didn't even end up using this one really. I mean, I've used it a little bit, but it's not used anywhere near like I thought I was going to. But yeah, like I said, supplies bench on this side, crafting for armor and weapons on this side. We got our little test dummies here. That's pretty much this side of it. This here is what is called, let me go ahead and show you what this item is here, so you know how to make one of these little jump boosters. Also, I'm going to explain to you how the 2-block tall one works. Couple things here. So one, it's called the updraft cannon. So you have to unlock it in the pneumatics, but once you have the updraft cannon unlocked, and it's actually in the fences, when you jump over it, it'll actually give you like a slight jump height boost. Now, if you have something like, say, spring legs or the tower effect that's already going to be boosting your jump height, like the tower effect that's boosting your jump height by itself, you can grapple up to the top and just grab onto the side. But if you have something like spring legs, your jump actually will reach up here, and you can literally make it a 2-block tall elevator there. And then as you can see here, for just normal jumps, this is just a 1-block tall one, and we're way above it, as you can see right there. I actually don't even think I landed on the jump elevator there, though, so we're going to try that one more time here, and then we're going to get on into the other side. There we go. So usually I'll use that. Now, if that's not high enough for you, you can do this. Drink a Stardust energy drink, and then you can go ahead and go, woo! Now you can just literally go anywhere from here. Now, one thing I want to mention about this little roof area here is there is a zipline down to here. Also, this little base built right here by the tower, I guess the guy just liked the tower setup or the base setup or something, and he decided to plop his base there, because I have no idea who that guy is. He's not in my hive. I've left him like a little whisper, like, hey, welcome to the neighborhood, and he just never messaged me back or anything, so I don't know what's going on with that guy. Also, I don't think I showed you this. This was in the plans. It was going to be like I was going to load it full of vending machines, make a bunch of items, and take it to Oblivion or something, but being that we're already in Phase 4, I don't think that's happening this season. Maybe next season, but honestly, I just never use the vehicles for vending. Usually when I'm vending, I find one item that'll make me 500,000 energy links, and I'm just cool for the day, you know. As you can see here, this is just another little floor area with the jump elevators here. And now we're going to go ahead and get ahead on into the other side, and we're going to enter from the top. I just like doing that. As you can see here, we get like this nice little view over our little walkway area with all of our lights going on there. And we'll take a look at the portals a little bit just so you can see there are many, many ways of traveling between the bases. You can really kind of take your pick. So all of these couches and crap up here that I have placed down is just to show how many of the droppable collectible couches I've had throughout the seasons. All of these are dropped. I don't even think I have the recipe to make most of these. They just take up so much furniture space, and I've actually ran out of space for furniture at one point because of how many of this stuff I've had. So in order to keep space for furniture, I just started placing down a whole bunch of them on top of my little base area here. Just something I figured I'd mention there. As you can see here, this is the third floor. This is where all the important stuff happens. So as you can see here, this is where normally you'd throw in your shell rock, but we're going to throw in some spoiled food here. But this is where I make my fertilizer materials, or my fertilizer to be used to make other fertilizers. And then I have just a armor and a weapon storage crate here for when I'm like doing a build and I'm trying to level it up and I don't want to have to worry about the other build parts being in there. I just dump it in here real quickly. But this water storage container here, this fills the 2 left silos for my crop facility. And as you can see, it's fully irrigated and ready to go, and there's plenty of water in it to where it's not even taking water out of the barrel right now. That's how good the crop facility is. But we'll go ahead and add some more water there. And do we keep any water? Because we want to keep some water, because we have something that needs water right now. So we're going to take some water back. Alrighty, and now let's go ahead and make our way down to the second floor here. This is going to be primarily the crop facility floor. Also, these 2 water storage containers here, like I said, I have a brewing barrel set up down there below. As you can see, one side looks like it's completely filled with purified water, but this other side I know is not, because I've checked the barrel and it's completely out of water. So I just put my purified water in here through the top, and it will filter down into my brewing barrel facility, and then all of these crop facilities are watered by the 2 water containers up there. As you can see here though, get out of the way, little guy. This here is the first one. I just used loamy soil, and I have heard like a comment say that they have made the like size of the planter box the same as the loamy soil, and I can confirm you can still place about 48 loamy soil on a 4x4 versus what is like a 16 box I'm thinking it is on a 4x4. So they're still much smaller in size when it comes to like the box itself. So yeah, you still get more loamy soil, just so you know. You want to be using loamy soil. There's no reason to use planter boxes. You're not even going to notice the difference if you even get into farming, because honestly I always forget to do this stuff. I can't wait for the fertilizer update to where the grow streams are going to be able to use fertilizer. I'm wondering how that's going to work though. Because it just, I don't know, it just sounds interesting. They better make it a very complex system. That's all I'm going to say. But we are finally down into the other deviation side. And as you can see here, all these paper dolls are just like, what do you need clean, boss? But as you can see here, this is my brewing barrel area. And we're just going to go ahead and start adding in some impure acid here. And we're just going to add a few hundred to each. That's what I like to do. I like to have some in each barrel. I don't like putting it all in one barrel, because then it's just like one barrel that's slowly going to make a little bit of acid. Ooh, hey, we had an acid here, so we'll take that. Now, I'm thinking that we're going to be getting into the barrels where there's going to already be impure acid, but there wasn't any water, so we're just going to be waiting on water for some of these. This one needs some more. As you can see, I don't keep into this impure acid farm thing at all either. I have the tower perk enabled where I get the 1200 a day login. So I haven't had to really worry about the contaminated berries or the impure acid brewing barrel method in order to actually get a ton of acid in this season. And I'm kind of like dreading the day when Wave Winter's finally over and there's no more thermal towers to give us all this GG acid, because it's just gonna feel very weird, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to deal with it, just because I'm so used to being babied with the 1200 acid a day from the thermal towers. But let's go ahead and harvest this, guys. And one final thing I wanted to show you, and what we're going to be ending this video with actually, is going to be this wall right here. Now, all of these images are from Season 3's base. I'm going to go through and take a whole bunch more pictures in this base. Not too many, because I want to be able to keep Season 3's as well. This was a picture from Season 3 as well. Like, I didn't take that many pictures of Season 3, and I'm so mad about it now that I look back on it, and these are all I have is a couple shots of some barrels and my water purification setup. Every single season from now on, I think in my base, I want to do like a wall of previous season bases, and I'm just gonna have like a gallery of each season's base. That way I can kind of go through and look as the seasons went on how the bases changed and how they have evolved. I will say, compared to last season's base, for me personally, I liked last season's base a whole bunch, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you at all. I really liked last season's base. Now, the other thing I want to go ahead and show you here is that this is where my animal breeding / taming setup area was going to be. However, since velvet and crocodile hide does work just fine, and I really just couldn't find anything that I couldn't just find the item for directly way easier that was worth doing breeding for. I didn't actually ever end up using it, and the other main reason, and the worst thing, is because I actually have the stupid mushrooms. I have the spectral canned mushrooms, and I have 4 of them, and I never went through and actually did anything with the breeding. And I guess it's just because breeding is not my thing. When the update came out, I ignored it completely. I didn't even cover it on a video, guys. And I just think, I don't know, I don't like the breeding system that much. I've used it, it's cool. Maybe in the future you'll get a video out of me on the breeding thing, but we'll have to be pretty sparse for a video. And then once again, this is the bottom floor here. You've seen when we were on the zipline here, I have 3 little TVs set up here. You can just kind of see what's going on in the Way of Winter area here. All the little videos playing here, and then of course here's that door action we were talking about. So you can take this door, so we'll go ahead and leave it. We can go ahead and take this door right here to this door, and then we can run up from this door all the way to the other side of this. And I'm thinking there's supposed to be a door here, but it's missing, or maybe the door's on this side for some reason. No, yeah, the door is just missing. So normally there's a door there, and that door will take you to the upstairs door. And let's see if that door is missing. It may have gotten broke as well. Yeah, so this upstairs door here normally would take you down like just a little bit away from that other door, which would allow you to teleport to over here. But I do believe that's about the end of this base tour. And once again, let me just show you how much barreled mixed, or how much crude oil we're actually getting out of these over here compared to that. As you can see, almost 2 stacks compared to 100. And I guarantee you, these were, if anything, collected at the same time when it comes to collections. It's just something to do with, if you place in water, you're not going to get near as much crude oil or polluted water. So if you're after crude oil, or if you're after polluted water for your acid, you might want to be building some of your pumps on land, and then build some pumps in water for your crop facility. With the new growth stream update, I do want to do an updated guide on the ultimate crop facility, one that's fully irrigated, fully everything. You won't have to touch a thing except for initiating the initial setup, depending on how advanced the growth streams are, because yeah, it's going to be interesting. But this has been the base tour, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and keep it beast mode.